All right, people, and welcome back. As you can see, we got a hood here. Now, what's it for? Well, obviously for the only car I have that does not have a hood, which is the race car. So I picked up this hood off Facebook, 40 bucks. Basically, it was a steal of a deal. This is a knockoff Sereni's Duraflex style hood. Basically, the same hood I had on the car before. It is a Cobra R hood, so it is a 2.5-inch cowl. As you can see over here, it's got a little bit of damage. There's nothing over here that we cannot fix with a little bit of fiberglass, body filler, and just, fix up that corner. This hood will work out great. Now, the only issue I have with this hood was just like my old hood, it's probably going to weigh like 36 pounds. So the opportunity that I have with this one being so cheap, because I didn't want to tear the other hood up too much, is to cut out the backside of it. Obviously, these hoods are double layered and they are super heavy. So the hood's going to be pinned on anyway. It's going to have 4 hood pins, 6 hood pins, 8 hood pins, whatever we want to do with it. Also, I have the option of extending this hood out to where the windshield would meet it. That's an option. I don't know if I want to go that far into it, but I'll definitely be cutting out the backside, trying to make this hood as light as possible so that way I can at least lift it off on my own and it won't be that big of a deal. So let's set you guys up on the time lapse and let's get into it. All right, and there you go. So as you can see, got the hood all nice and sanded down. Right over here where the damage is, got this sanded down nice from the transition from the clear, the paint, the primer, your body filler, and then your fiberglass itself. We will obviously go back in there, fill in this thing with fiberglass, make sure it's nice structurally, then fill it over with body filler, primer it, and then obviously the whole hood will be ready to get resprayed. Now, if you didn't know and you're new here, my car is sprayed with plastic dip, so it will cover a lot of little knick-knack things or basically flaws in your paint. Dip will cover most things, honestly. Kind of like a wrap, but without the, the low spots and stuff like that. Kind of just smooth over and just go right on top of it. All right, so I got the hood here, put it on scale, and there's our weight. So, as you can see, we moved a little bit, but we're around at 30 to 34, 33, 35, around that weight. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go right back here. And as you can see, there's a lot of support back here. All this extraness, basically to give it rigidity, on a normal stock car. For the wind and stuff like that, just a lot of extra meat back here that we're going to cut off. So basically, I'm going to go and trim basically all the way around and make this like a pin-on style. Just cut out all the extra support, all this extra junk that they put on these hoods to make them super heavy. Rip it all out, make it super light. Obviously, I'll respray in here, smooth it out and stuff like that. But just to see how much weight we can get off of this thing, should be pretty simple. Obviously, I'll just run my line basically just like this one is right here. As you can see, there's already a piece to separate it right there. Just run that line all the way down, all the way around, and just see how much lighter I can make this hood in total. If we can go from 35 down to like 15, I'd be happy. I mean, even if we drop 10 pounds, I'd be happy, because that'll make it a lot easier to, one, lift it up on my own, and I won't have to worry about it too much in structure-wise. It's going to be pinned on. I'm not really worried about any of that. It's not going to move anywhere. Yeah, let's get this thing cut up. All right, so there you guys have it. Obviously, we got to fix this side, so we'll add a little bit of weight there. I possibly, like I said, I might extend it out back. Might get rid of these corners. Don't know if I need them yet. So they're both still on there. They're both very structural. But all is said and done and gone. What did it come out to be weight-wise? So, you flip your screen around, whatever you want to do. It's about 19 pounds. 19, 20 pounds. So, overall, dropped about 15 pounds or more, just cutting out the backside. Obviously, like I said, we'll have to add some weight for this corner, and if I extend it back here, it'll add on a little more weight. But overall, if you guys have a fiberglass hood, it's, cheaper or even expensive, like a Cervini's or something like that, you can chop out the back, save yourself 10, 15 pounds, and obviously just pin it on. It's not very flimsy, to be honest with you. It's pretty sturdy. I did fall on the ground out there in the wind, and it did not bow or crack or anything. Obviously, with fiberglass, they put a lot of supporting pieces. You can go in here and put some flat stock aluminum, let's say like an H pattern, like it does in this. You can put like a piece of metal there, piece of metal here, piece of metal there, with like glue, or you can do an X, or you can do a T, whatever you want, just to, have it more structural. But overall, this was definitely worth the weight savings for me, personally. Definitely trying to knock off some weight, but also add on this hood to the car. So, we get this thing all cleaned up. All right, so it's been a little while. Obviously, it's getting dark out, but I've started making my template to possibly extend the hood out towards the windshield, kind of like a pin-on style, like your VFN and all your other, drag cars. So, just making a lot of noise with that truck. Okay. I've got my center to centers over here. It's about 50 inches total, corner to corner. 21.5 is going to be each pin. I've got a marking here for my center. This is 14.5. That's where one pin would go, and another if I do two in the center. So as of right now, we're just doing 3 up the sides. I'm going to make a support brace in the middle to hopefully hold the hood in the center up with all the high winds, just to make sure it doesn't bow and cave it down. But this is just where I'm at this point. If you guys haven't worked with fiberglass before, it's not that hard. It's literally laying down mesh and then painting on some resin, and then it hardens up, and then you put some body filler over it, and that's about it. You smooth it out, you paint it. It's not too hard. But yeah, this is where we're at so far with the car. Kind of change the lighting right there. There we go. So that's how far back we are so far. As of right now, the center here is around 7 to 8 inches back. Over here on the sides, we're around 2 to 4. It's not too bad. It's not too crazy. I'm going to extend it back as far as I can and basically use something like this or something a little better. Obviously, I'll work in small increments, stages to trim the fiberglass after it is all done. If you guys have never worked with fiberglass sheeting before, it comes in a brick like this. So it's pretty easy. Basically, that'll lay right there, and it'll go straight across. Sorry, the camera keeps on wigging out a little bit. But yeah, that'll lay there. It'll go straight across in a big square. Obviously, it won't have the cuts and all that stuff that we need for the windshield to clear until I go and cut it after it's all nice and hardened up. So yeah, that's going to be it basically for today as I throw the fiberglass around. I hope you guys enjoy this little process. Come back, check me out. You know how it is. Go down, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in